Hi everyone, it's Ari here. I'm gonna do story time for everyone in everywhere. Today, I'm gonna read The Amazing Case of Dr. Ward by Kerin Tull Suwannakit. When you peel a banana or bite into a pear, when you smell a rose, pop a fuchsia. Huh? How is that? I'll show you. I don't know how to read this one. First, fuchsia, but yeah. Or scrape your knee climbing an old pine tree. Do you ever wonder how those plants came to this country? Let me tell you about the amazing case of Dr. Ward. I got this book. Oh, look, before that, I'll show you this beautiful flowers we have here. There's a cherry blossom, chamomile, ivy, daffodil, poppy, iris, tulip, dahlia, even strawberry and lily. Oh, look at that strawberry. Yum, yum, yum. Everything in there is so beautiful and colorful. I got this book from Kerin, the author of this book. See? For Ari. Thank you, Jackie. Nathaniel love plants. This Nathaniel word. Nathaniel love plants. Nathaniel loved plants. From his home in London, he dreamed of being a fearless plant hunter and sailing the world. He read stories about both men and women risking life and lived in search of strange and intriguing specimens. Okay, he read a book. It was thrilling to read about those precious plants being carried across continents and loaded onto sailing ships for the long journey to their new homes. See, the plants onto the ship. Let's go around the world. But he was sad to discover that once on board, the plants were overwatered, underwater, doused in salt spray, trampled by sailors, and eaten by goats. A goat! See, there's a picture here. It got eat the plant. And this is a newspaper from, oh, look at that. 1799. That was a very long time ago. Cool. He learned that some exotic plants tasted delicious while others could be used to make new medicines. He learned, yeah, and some were excellent for building or making things. Still, others were prized for their beauty and perfume or provided welcome shade. Oh, look at that. Pretty pictures. Despite his dreams of adventure, Nathaniel was a quiet boy. His favorite place for hunting plants was a ferny glade in a nearby wood. Shy but clever. So don't be shy to be shy. He learned that long scientific names of all the plants he found, and also those he read about in books, such as his favorite fern, Glacenia microphylla, a delicate plant from faraway Australia. Also, is it the plant? Oh, Glycinia microphylla, screaming coral fern. Look at that. It's from faraway Australia. One day, Nathaniel surveyed his bare backyard. I wonder, is it possible to grow a ferny glade in a London backyard? This calls for an experiment. See, he's thinking, can I grow fern in London? He prepared the ground carefully and then headed into the wood to hunt for ferns. See, just thinking maybe you can grow in London, so he going into the woods to hunt for ferns. Returning loaded with plants, he spent several hours arranging and planting them. Arranging here, planting them, of course, with the company of the meow, 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 meow. Well, better me on both sides. How splendid! But then the plants shriveled and died in the thick smoke. Oh no! They all died. London was not a good place for plants. Nathaniel stated his conclusion. It is easier to grow fur on a sandwich than a single plant in this foul air. Oh my God. When Nathaniel grew up, he studied medicine and moved to Wellclose Square in the East End of London to care for his patients. Young Dr. Ward still loved plants and now dreamed of growing exotic trees, ferns, and flowers from far off lands. Yeah, grow up. Look at that grown up Dr. Ward. Imagine being able to grow a weeping cherry from Japan, a stately palm from the Canary Islands, or a fern from the shady banks of an Australian creek. See, he kept thinking about how to grow things from everywhere. One day, Dr. Ward was digging around in his bare backyard searching for signs of life when he found a large brown pupa. Well, butter me on both sides. How splendid! I bet this will hatch into a sphinx moth. Oh, there you are. See? There and there. And I'll continue the story, but look at the picture first. See? And then it becomes a butterfly. Yeah. He put the pupa into a jar with some soil, popped a lid on, and checked it daily. In the heat of the day, the glass was clouded with moisture. In the cool of the evening, the moisture was gone. So in the heat of the day, the glass was clouded with moisture in the cool, and then in the cool of the evening, the moisture was gone. Then one morning, well, butter me on both sides, a tiny fern unfurling from the soil. I'll see you again. One morning, something popped up there. Cute. I wonder how long can a plant live inside a sealed glass jar without any extra water? This calls for an experiment. How many experiments that Dr. Watt already done? He loved doing experiments. He placed the jar on the sheltered side of the house and kept an eye on it. See? He kept an eye of the jar. After 3.5 years, the fern was still growing. Isn't that amazing? Dr. Watt stated his conclusion. It is possible to grow a plant inside a sealed glass jar without adding any extra water for months, if not years. Ooh. One morning, Dr. Watt opened up the newspaper to read, "Precious plants perish at sea again." Look at the newspaper. It's from, it's 1800 now. Yeah, before at the front it was from 1700 and now it's 1833. The Times from London. On the other side of the world, in Australia, the colonists were beside themselves. All the plants we send back to England die. All die. All the plants we sent to England all die. Oh, we are homesick. We want to grow plants that remind us of England. Bluebells, oak trees, and primroses. Cry on. See, homesick. We don't have our plant here in Australia. They remind us of England. We are trying to grow vineyards and orchids here. The other one cries. So everyone cry because nothing is grow well. And they homesick. Oh, I can't see for me what I can't see. I'm happy to see everything around me, no matter what it is actually. The problem was Australia is across 2 oceans far, far away. One of the longest sea journeys on Earth. Dr. Watt scratched his head. This is too far, very far. He saw in the globe. Australia is a very far, far away in the galaxy, far, far away. See, look at the cat still there. I wonder if a plant can survive in a glass jar for 3.5 years without adding any extra water. Surely it can survive a long sea voyage in a glass case. This calls for an experiment. Again, well done, Dr. Watts. What can we do without Dr. Watts and his experiments? He sat down to sketch. Sketch, 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 sketch. Then he visited a carpenter. A closer. He sketch, and then he went to the carpenter, asked him to make the thing that he sketched before. Oh, what's next? When his cases arrived, he filled them with soil and planted some ferns, grapevines, and grasses. Then he gave them into the care of his friend, Captain Mallard, who was due to set sail for Sydney. Oh, look at that. This is the glass. What is it again? You know what I meant. This is what he sketched before, and he went to the carpenter. Yeah, and then this is his experiment. The captain is like a glass house, greenhouse. The captain placed the cases on the poop deck. The trade winds will take us around the world. But I must warn you, Dr. Ward, the trip is perilous. See? Put all the plants in there. And there. Bye-bye. In June 1833, the ship set sail with the cases on board. Captain Mallard kept a close eye on the plants, and after 6 months at sea, oh my God, half year traveling from London to Australia, they finally arrived in Australia. Look at that. It's a very long journey. Lucky we have airplane now. See? From London, go to Australia. Here. Pacific Ocean, Cape Horn, Port Sydney. Oh, this is nice from England. Very cool. Pacific Ocean. Oh, look, this is so fun. I'll show you. There is a. See, you have the creature here, over here, and then there is a wind in here. A lot of things in here. Oh, look, it's a giant. Is it octopus? See, you see how the journey from England to Australia here. They arrived in Sydney back then. All right, now, without delay, Captain Mallard handed the cases to the head gardener at the Sydney Botanical Gardens, who was astonished. Boy, Jiminy, these plants are alive! The captain was so excited. He wrote to his friend, Dr. Ward. My dear sir, I have the happiness to inform you that the plants were delivered to the Sydney Botanical Gardens and they are doing well. Ooh, look, this is the letter they sent to Dr. Ward to let them know that everything is going well. I feel proud to have been part of so important discovery to the botanical world. Most sincerely, Charles Mallard. It was 18th of January 1834. So far, Dr. Ward's experiment was a success. Well done. But could the cases keep plants alive for the longer and more perilous voyage back to England. Hmm. Well, maybe you are only with the experiment, another experiment, we will know. At the botanical gardens, the cases were topped up with fresh soil, and the head gardener planted some weird and wondrous Australian plants. Dr. Ward had made one special request. It was May 1834 when Captain Mallard guided his ship into the Pacific Ocean. Finally, after many long months, the ship sailed up the Thames to London. Dr. Ward hastened to the docks. He opened the lid of the first case. See, he opened the lid of the first case. Well, bother me on both sides. This is the very first time Glacenia microphylla has been seen alive in England. Wait, I'll show you. What is it? So you can see yourself. This is the name of the plant. Yeah. So, apologize if I say it wrong. I declare the experiment a success! Yay! Hurrah! Soon, cases were built in their thousands. They were called Wardian cases after the good doctor. Filled with plants, Wardian cases traveled the globe to India, China, New Zealand, Italy, Japan, Turkey, and back again. I'll show you. Around the world, everywhere. Nice. Wardian cases inspired a craze for growing plants under glass, and every fashionable gardener wanted a fancy terrarium. Botanists, gardeners, farmers, and collectors were amazed and overjoyed. Here were plants they had never imagined from places they would never visit. In Australia, Wardian cases brought the colonies fruit trees, vines, flower, vegetable plants, and other reminders of home. Nurseries advertised in the paper. The Wardian cases have arrived. It's 1842. I'll see you there. See? Have arrived. Yes. 2 Wardian cases have arrived from Japan with fruits and coniferous and flowering trees, and a splendid collection of palms has been received from Ceylon in a very good condition. Oh, that is wonderful. Dr. Ward was thrilled that his cases were traveling the world. He continued to experiment, of course. He continued to experiment with growing plants behind glass. Oh my God. Look at this. This is so gorgeous. So, this is what doing the experiment, and another cases there. Awesome. In his backyard, he grew vines and orchids. In his drawing room, he grew a date. In his drawing room, he grew a dead palm. All right. On the roof, he grew alpine plants. In sunny spots, he grew roses. Oh, nice. In shady spots, he grew ferns. In the fall, thick smoke of London, in Wellcross Square, there was a place where flowers bloom. Ferns unfurled their fronds and stately palms thrived. Oh, this is so amazing. So, the next time you peel a banana, dribble pear juice down your chin, smell a rose pop fuchsia. I don't know how to say this, bud. Fuchsia. Where is it? Fuchsia. All right, tell me. Or scrape your knee climbing on old pine tree. Just think, the ancestors of those plants probably crossed the ocean in one of the amazing cases of Dr. Ward. Yay! Pop of fuchsia. Oh my god, did I just say? Oh, fuck. Graphilla. I don't know. Fuchsia. Sorry, maybe you need to censor that, but oh look, we have Banksia. Yeah. At the front, we have this beauty. At the back, we have this beauty as well. Yes. There you are. This is the amazing case of Dr. Watts. Thank you so much for Jackie, Kerin, and Tull Suwannakit for this book. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again in my next story time for everyone in everywhere. See ya!